Next up, we have Kuarusepusu battle theme from the Monster Hunter Frontier Forward 4 soundtrack. Once again, everybody, this is a Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician, a composer, and my objective here is to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what is happening here, musically. So, if you like the sound of that, make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever term you're going to use, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, become a member. Once again, everybody, what happens if we reach 10,000 before Christmas? Members get early access, we got the gaming channel, artists, let's collaborate, how to request songs if you're not on the stream. I have this and a bunch of other things, a spiel for that at the end of the video, so stick around for that. Disclaimers showing on your screen right now, so go ahead and pause the video if you want to read them in full. Otherwise, please be patient with me. I am acoustic and guitarded, so keep that in mind. With that said, let's do this. Kuarusepusu battle theme. Let's go. Okay, so we start, this is really cool. We start with, of course, a cello, giving us a really cool phrase over here, this very, very cool melody, which is our initial motif. Motif being the smallest version of your musical idea, let's see the essence from which everything else comes from. We are having an accompaniment of some percussion. It sounds like very like tribal percussion, really, really cool. And now the second time that this happens, we are having now what is called a doubling. Doubling is when you have more than one instrument playing the same thing at the same time. Now we have the cellos plus the violins doing this thing. By the way, this phrase is using the technique called staccato. Staccato, short bursts of music, short notes, very, very short notes, which, you know, something like this, right? That kind of thing. Very nice and short kind of thing. Let's see where this goes. We have a flute there, giving us a little bit of extra melody. Is that a Sharkasaurus? A Sharkasaurus? I don't know. The only Monster Hunter I ever played was Monster Hunter World, and I didn't finish it. I did finish the main campaign, I just didn't finish Iceborne. But I haven't played anything in my life, so... Yeah, let's see where this goes. Let's continue. We repeat. Oh. We bring back the cello. And now we bring in the brass. So this is an orchestral piece, of course. So let's bring back our favorite image of an orchestra of the NEC Philharmonic. So now we are bringing in the brass instruments. The brass instruments are these ones over here. We have... over here on the right side, the trumpets, we have the trombones, we have our tubas, and then we have our French horns. French horns are by far my favorite, because these ones, of course, we have the silly shape that they have. As you can see, you know, the trumpets, they point forward, the trombones, they point forward, the tubas point up and forwards, but the French horns, they point sideways, backwards, and downwards. And you have to stick your hand in the bell in order to even hold it. So it's a very odd instrument in that sense, but it also comes with a very interesting timbre that we're having. So right now we're having chords being played primarily by French horns and trombones, giving us this really, really cool thing. Played Monster Hunter, Monster Wreck myself, so don't know either. If you like Souls games, you're gonna like Monster Hunter. Yeah. Anyway, let's see what it goes. So we're having that cello. It sounds like a solo cello, not a full section. Doubling again, while we are having now a flying melody from the brass. So while we're having the cellos, by the way, the cellos being these ones over here, the ones that you have to lean the instrument on you, and it sounds like it's a solo cello. The difference between a solo cello and a cello section is that in a cello section, you're gonna have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 cellos, depending on the size of the orchestra, whereas a solo cello, well, it's a solo instrument, it's a single one. So we're having now a flying melody being done by the brass instruments. Flying melody being a colloquial term that I use. Colloquial, by that I mean there's no official academic definition for this, or at least I'm choosing not to use it for the purposes of simplicity. Now, a flying melody is, as you can hear right now, we have our our rhythm section, our bass, our good chunk of the middle ground just filled up, very dynamic, very active, while the flying melody is a simpler melody than everything else, slower, usually slower, simpler than everything else, just flying and soaring above the landscape that has been created. And it has a beautiful sound. It just has such a beautiful effect. I have two songs that I recommend for this. One of them is Roxanne, from the musical Moulin Rouge. This one is sung by, there's a film version where Ewan McGregor is the lead vocalist. Yes, the Ewan McGregor, the Obi-Wan Kenobi, is the lead vocalist. I'm just moving my door a little bit. Yeah, is the lead vocalist here, who just beautiful. The climax of the song itself has him singing the flying melody. The other song that I always bring up is "Good to Be King" from the musical Journey to Bethlehem. This one is sung by Antonio Banderas, and oh my god, is it awesome. The chorus of the song, he plays King Herod, and it's just such a good villain introduction. You know, that like it I would say is almost as good as those villain introductions that Disney used to do. Really, really good. And right now, on principle, we're doing something similar with these brass instruments doing this slower melody. Let's see where it goes. Oh, beautiful with those French horns. We bring in a flute, doing a variation of the motif. I think it's doing a pedal and inverted variation. So a pedal note. This one is kind of like an interrupted pedal note. Pedal note just means that you're holding down a specific note. And this type, as you can hear, the flute keeps coming back to a specific note, keeps coming back to the pedal, and it keeps getting interrupted, going back and forth. I'm pretty sure this has its own term. I just don't remember at the top of my head. And then, of course, we have inversion. Inversion is a way that you can develop your musical material, in which you flip something upside down. At least when it comes to the melody, you flip something upside down. So let's say, let's bring an example, right? Let's say we have this motif over here. If we were to invert it, that means you're just going to play it upside down. And there you go. So am I able to play his multiple requests on the Discord? It's all outlined in the pinned message. The instructions are on the pinned message. Yeah, it's all there. It's all there. Don't worry. Anyway, yeah, it's just a little bit of text, but it's all there. Yeah, let's see where it goes. Ooh, nice adornment there from the strings. New variation. And this variation is getting some of the percussion doing what is called accents. Accents being accentuation or highlighting specific points in the rhythm. With this, in this case, we're highlighting points in this very, very cool melody. This is really cool. Let's see where it goes. Very cool cadence over there. Same thing, now we're playing it up an octave with doublings. Flying melody from the strings. And transition. Now we bring in some plucked strings. World music strings, giving us a variation now of the inversion going upwards. We have this really cool break over there. Bringing back the original motif with the string orchestra, accents there with the percussion. Bringing it back down to the brass instruments, giving us those chords. Back to the cello and the brass with that beautiful flying melody. Yeah, it's what we heard before, but now this time we add the exotic, we have like this exotic, kind of sounds like a zither or something like that. One of those Eastern instruments, really, really cool. Adding another extra layer of doubling. Form-wise, I think we have a rondo going on over here. So form in music, form is your structure. Form is going to be the structure that you have, and there is a particular type that is called a rondo. Rondo means to go around, right? That's the whole thing. When it comes to instrumental music, you usually have your individual parts of your piece done in what we call sections, and you're going to usually name them section A or section B. In the case of a rondo, you're going to have the structure of A going over to A, which is the motif that we had, B going over to a contrasting section back to A or A prime. The apostrophe just means it's a prime, which means it's a variation, which then leads us to section C, back to A, either A prime or double prime, and then so on and so forth until the piece ends. I believe this might be a rondo with an extended intro. So we had the intro giving us the thing, then we had section A, then section B, now we are, I believe, in section A prime. If I'm right, we're about to go into section C. Let's see where this goes. Oh wow, we got one of the bots from Kick on the Twitch chat. Holy shit.
Hello, how are you? I have a problem with my headphones. Can you reply me in chat?
No. Let's continue. We bring back the pedal note flute. Ooh. Oh, I love it. Ooh. Very beautiful break. No, we're going back here. Okay, so this is not a rondo. This is not a rondo. This is a an AABA. We had A prime, B, and then we're gonna be going back to A, and then we just repeated. That was my computer, by the way. That was my computer. And then we're just repeating everything. That was my team. Thank you. I did it myself. Yeah. Oh, really cool. Yeah. Then we go back. So chances are this is gonna fade out for a good reason. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, flying melody in the violin, same as what we had last time. Yeah, there we go. Now we can bring the exotic instruments in. The exotic plucked strings. Alright, we got the break and... yeah, we go back to A. We go back to A and I think I can already hear the volume going down. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Straight back to A. And now the piece fades down. We get a fade out where this is not the fault of the track itself. It is usually hardware limitations. Monster Hunter Frontiers Forward for Xbox 360 and PC, something that came out at the latest on 2012, which means chances are we were still using CD. This was through the Xbox 360 era, which means, yeah, that's a CD-ROM. CD-ROMs have very little space, which means we just had this playing in loop until the audio gets interrupted. Because back in the day, CD-ROMs could hold up to, what, like 700 megabytes? Like a good CD, maybe a DVD-ROM, you could have maybe like 1 or 2 gigabytes of storage in one of them. So storage used to be very limited, and because of that, we used to have these very, very simple loops going on where you just give a conditional to the game. This was very common, of course. This is something we saw like on Final Fantasy and all other games usually, where the song just loops over and over and over and over and over and over and over again until something interrupts it. Right now, of course, because we are not going to have that over here in the YouTube video, then we're just gonna fade it out. This is one of the very few times where I think a fade out is kind of inevitable. So yeah, there's so much more good. I don't know. We've done some on Monster Hunter in this channel. It's always very brilliant. So yeah, just explaining that, yeah, we have this, and it makes sense as to why we would go for the ABA format, because then you just keep going, we just keep looping back from A to B to A to B to A to B until the music gets interrupted. Fun to reflect, yeah. My favorite creature, Monster Hunter creatures are Kuruyaku, Nergigante, and Tobikodachi. Yeah, the Tobikodachi is also, that's like, I love it, I love it. The Kuruyaku is funny though. So yeah, there you go, and Nergigante is metal as hell, yeah. No. Anyway, there you go. That was Kuarusepusu battle theme from the Monster Hunter Frontier Forward 4 soundtrack. Once again, everybody, this has been a Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician and composer, and my objective here has been to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what's happened here musically. So, If you're watching this on the YouTube video archive thing, thank you for watching. Make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever term you want to use. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, become a member. Once again, everybody, if we somehow hit 10,000 subscribers on YouTube before Christmas of 2025, I will take, on top of doing the audiobook fan fiction thing, we will also play a video game of the choice of the community. Whatever you all want, live on stream. We'll dedicate a couple of streams to that. Whatever you want within terms of service, of course. And we're probably going to do giveaways and whatnot for that, so let's make it happen. Not very likely, but you know, it could still happen. This has to be achieved through legitimate and honest means only. No account duping, no botting, no buying followers, no alt accounting, no rat behaviors like that. Go share the videos, the streams with your friends, with your families, with your family's friends, with your friends' families. Those are two very distinct concepts, by the way. With your online and offline communities, go share these videos around with everybody that you know. Use the hype function on YouTube as well. We have a group on the Discord that coordinates for that. Link down below. Go coordinate, go join the Discord. Yes, yes. Artists, let's collaborate. If you're an artist on YouTube or otherwise, this is an open invitation. If you want any of my musical skills, whether it is my guitars, Mongolian throat singing, you know, the good old kind of thing, regular singing, voice acting, whatever it is, just reach out, let me know, whether it's in the comments, Instagram, Discord, Twitter, whatever it is. Just reach out, let me know. Let's work together, right? And if you're on the audience and you know somebody that could benefit from it, reach out, let them know. Please do not harass anyone. Please do not spam anyone. Be cool about things. Don't be a rat. Members get early access to the content. I schedule the videos for the week on Saturdays, and if you're a paid member on YouTube, regardless of your tier, you get access to the videos when I schedule them, at least for the LFAs. So become a member today. If you want to listen to this without me interrupting every 3.5 seconds, I will be linking it in the description down below. If you want to request a song and you're not on the live stream, check the pinned comment in this video. It has the instructions on what to do. And if you want to catch the streams when they happen live, we aim for Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Central European Time. If you are not in Europe, do not worry. We have the full up-to-date streaming schedule showing in your local time zone in both Discord and Twitch. Both are linked down below. So if you live in Duckwater and you're like, yeah, but what time is 6 p.m. in Hungary? I don't live there. Don't worry. Just go to the Discord or Twitch. Both are linked down below, and it's going to show the schedule in your local time zone. And follow the gaming channel. I have a gaming channel because, of course, I have a gaming channel. I'm on YouTube. What else could I possibly have? Games are Basterd. That's where I put the gaming after show recordings when they happen. We record them live on stream during the after show, and then the recordings go here. Link down below, or just search on YouTube. Same username as James R. Basterd. Just swap the J for a G, and you got it. And yeah. There you go. There you go. I'm not even going to try to say it a third time. There you go. That song, Monster Hunter. Good stuff, man. Some really, really good stuff. But yeah, let's move on.